so push-up tutorial, not really a karate technique, but I see a lot of bad push-ups, and we've been trying to work on it, but since we're getting home and getting stir crazy, might as well work push-ups, build a competition with it. Reason why push-ups are so important, just like sit-ups for core strength, is everything comes from the core. With a push-up, if you're doing it improperly, you're not training the right types of muscles, and it's very closely related to the same muscles you will use in a punch. Of course, minus hips and core. And my point of view is, if you can't do 10 push-ups of your own body weight with proper form, there's no way your punch is ever going to have any type of power to do something in a real life situation. So a couple drills to be working on for your push-ups. First, you got to make sure you have the right form. So the first thing is get someone to help you and have them use like a stick or a broom, and make sure that you're flat. So when people get tired, the first thing that happens is this. You'll see my head came down in between my hands. So the first step, or if they're young, when they come up, is they'll worm and then come up to here. Because all that does is it takes the pressure off the biceps and the chest, which are what we're trying to train. So the first thing is get a stick so that you're flat. Basically from head to heel, you're relatively flat. The next thing you're going to do is get a plate or a piece of paper or something that gives you a marker. Because one of the biggest things that I see is people bring their head here. So when they do their push-ups, they're doing this type of thing, which is more shoulders. So what you want is your fingers to stay behind the plate or the paper, whatever your marker is. Right? They should not be to the sides of it. All right? And your face should be directly over. So if my hands are down here and I have to look up to see the paper, no, again, and then again, have someone check you from top to bottom. Then when you do your push-up, you want to try to keep your elbows in. The next phase is people do this. The elbows come out. You're still kind of working your biceps, but you're not getting your chest at all. So 1, 2, head over, nice and flat. Some people tighten their stomach muscles, all right? I actually work my left shoulder because it tends to furl forward, pull it back. Again, you just want nice and straight, and the elbows come at least 45. If you go completely tight, that's a military press, but not out. So at least 45 back, down, bring my face to the plate, and then up. You might find you might need to start this on the knees, and that's okay. Start with good form, and bring your knees out as far as your good form allows. So if I have to start here, great, I'll bring the paper over. All right, so if I can do this, great. Move my knees back so I'm a little flatter. Great, all right. Can I get any more? All right, so now I'm about maxed. So good, and again, I'm doing elbows as well. All right, if I start flaring out, that's a problem. After that, there really isn't an easy way. You can have someone lift you to help, like the back of your shirt to help you through. But if you don't have anyone to do that, you're just going to have to start with on the ground. All right, so forehead on your plate. I tighten my stomach, I keep my knees straight, and I just try to come up as straight. If I start to worm, that's okay. All right. I'm going to reset, try again. The main thing what they'll say is negative, all right? A negative is when I'm descending. So if I'm right here, all right, is I want to keep form, I'm not grabbing to do the work. So I just fight it as long as I can without breaking form. So I don't do this when I get tired, all right? If I collapse a little bit, okay, but fight as long as you can down, work your way up, and do this multiple times. If you're trying, the same thing they say with pull-ups, is if you're struggling to get your first one, do a lot of reps. Instead of trying to do like 10 and having 9 of them be crap, do 1. Walk away, do another one. You can do 100 push-ups in a single day, and if you spread it out throughout the entire day, you're getting a lot of muscle training without burning yourself out by trying to do 100 in one shot. All right, so those are push-ups. I expect to see them much stronger by the time we start getting face-to-face. All right, so I got thinking yesterday when I did the push-up video afterwards, so this is kind of an addendum. We were talking about how once you get to here, a lot of people struggle going all the way up and down. So one thing I was thinking about is once you have a full, solid form where you can hold that pretty easily, is incline. So what you want to do is, I'm using a chair for this thing, but you can use anything depending on your ability, higher or lower. And what you work on is getting your push-up position, all right, and holding flat here. So again, you don't want your head coming down between your hands. So get your piece of paper, put it up in front of your hands, and that's where you're going to bring your face, all right? You might have to work it a little bit just because of if you have the back. But you can use any surface. I'm using a chair, but you can use a desk. You can even use the wall. Just make sure you're not bringing your hands here. Hands to your shoulders, head above. And then gradually find lower and lower surfaces until you get to the point where you can do it all the way on the floor. All right, so that's just a little addition. If you're still struggling, once you get the form properly, to go all the way up and down, work it at different angles. All right, get to work.